Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to a little show called Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson.
Oh, God, that started kind of scary, and then it got scarier the longer you talked.
I'm talking about lettuce.
Yeah, it did.
I'm talking about lettuce.
Okay, now what happened?
I was trying to balance it out. Like first I went too high,
Yeah.
then I felt I'd go too low. I'd balance it out and just get back to normality.
You know what? I feel balanced about it. I feel.
Do you?
Yeah,
Good.
I do.
Because
I feel
if there's
it feels
one
pretty
thing
good.
we like to be fair and balanced here on the Two Guys Talking About Lettuce podcast. That's why we call it Fair and Balanced.
Do we? Mm-hmm. What is this? A political show? Is this?
You're a political show. Boom. Gotcha.
Oh!
Hey, you know what? We do a lot of talking on this show. Let's give our listeners a chance. You know, you guys, we're going to give you
Okay.
guys 22 seconds right now. Tell us how are you doing? How's your life?
Greg, I don't think they're not gonna talk.
Shh.
Greg, I'm not gonna honor this.
You're interrupting.
gonna-
Do you know how rude it is to interrupt a person when the person is speaking?
They're not gonna talk. You know
They
what?
were just talking.
Hey,
They were just talking.
Person, you don't have to talk. You can just leave a comment, and then we'll actually hear it.
Here's the thing. You know what? They were already in the middle of talking. They were like, well, earlier this week I had a poop, or whatever they were saying, probably something about their poop or
but you should poop more often than that.
something about a poop and a pee. That's all I know. I'm 14 years old, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of my conversations these days involve poop and pee. And,
Kim and I were talking about that last night. We wonder if other couples talk as much about poop as we do, because we talk about poop a lot.
I mean, we do because of our 7-year-old we have in our house, but no, not for you. No.
No. Well, for one thing, I hate to correct you, but we have a 9-year-old. So
okay.
it's kind of weird that you would just anyway. But
Yeah, sure.
but most of the poop is about our own poop.
Okay. You
Yeah.
just talk to each other. Like, can you give me an example?
We're always like, where should I put this poop?
Oh, because you're holding your poop.
Yeah. Where should we put it? Where should I put it, honey? Where should I put this poop?
Oh no.
Well, don't put it in the bed again. The old conversation that
No.
People are
I mean,
always
that's odd for a couple reasons. One,
Don't you put that on in the refrigerator?
It's a thing you do every day. I think you would already know where you feel like you shouldn't keep getting into that conflict, that
I've
problem.
never figured
Number
out
two,
the correct place to put it.
Don't poop in your hand. Don't touch your poop. Just poop it out in the toilet.
What, are you supposed to poop in somebody else's hand? That's disgusting. That's
No,
someone
no.
else's poop. If you get
No.
someone else pooping in your hand, you're not going to like that.
No, I know. I agree. That's why you use the toilet and encourage others to use the toilet.
You do that to your wife, she's gonna leave the flock, as they say. She's gonna go.
If I poop
she's
in
gonna
the
go
toilet?
ashtray, as they call it.
If I poop in the toilet?
If you poop in your wife's hand, she will go astray, as they say. Like,
Oh, so you're not listening when I say poop in the toilet. You're just not.
yeah, if you poop in someone's hand, yes,
Yeah. So you're not listening at all.
that's
so
all right.
That's.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm a little upset right now because I'm so tired. I was really, really tired this morning, and I went to you told me that sometimes you take your son, I guess, to school or whatever, and then you come back and you take a nap.
My daughter, yes.
So I tried to take a nap this morning, and strangers that I didn't even know kept waking me up, and I was like, this is really fucking rude. Like, I was just lying there trying to sleep, and people would come in and they would use the urinal and they would use the sinks and wash their hands. Sometimes they'd be talking
where
or
were you?
whistling. I was in a room for resting. I was in a rest room.
Okay.
And just strangers would just come in.
Sure. Yeah.
And and one of them tried to kick me out of the way and said, "Get out of my way! I'm trying to pee here in the urinal." And I was curled up so comfortably on that nice cool tile, that nice cool damp tile, and just resting. Just really enjoy. Because sometimes you get too hot when you sleep. It's important to cool down and to cuddle up somewhere where it's nice and cool.
Sure. I mean, I feel like you would. I think you would probably be. You'd want to warm up before you have to cool down. Like, you'd probably want to cover up first when you're napping. Like,
well, I mean, sometimes you just get your body temperature raises while you're sleeping. And
True,
that's
true.
why you need to find a nice, cool restroom.
Nice,
to
cool,
relax in.
wet tile.
Yeah, something that's
yeah.
some place where you're in a
Greg.
good position.
Oh, so this was all a joke. This didn't really happen.
This is all real. This really happened this
Oh,
morning.
God,
But anyway,
that's terrible. That's
I decided
terrible.
not to use that room anymore. I'm just going to sleep in my bed
That's a great idea.
or on the sofa. A sofa nap is a wonderful nap.
It can be if no one's around. Sure.
Yeah, shout out to Sofa Nap. This is a shout out to you, Sofa Nap.
Okay. Did
This
you
episode
actually?
sponsored by taking a nap on your sofa. Sofa
did you
Nap.
actually-
It's
Okay.
relaxing. Sofa Nap.
How much did we get paid for that?
Available now. $10.
From who?
It's from Sofa Nap. So Sofa Nap paid us. They want more people to nap
what
on
are
the
they?
sofa.
What are they selling?
They're
They're
just trying to bring awareness to napping on your sofa, and it's kind of like the Got Milk ad. They're not trying to sell milk. They're just trying to
Okay.
bring awareness to milk.
No, they are trying to sell milk.
I don't think so.
The milk ad.
I don't think so. I think they just want to bring more
yeah.
awareness that milk exists.
they're selling it. Yeah.
They just want
the
for
milk.
people to know that milk is a thing that actually exists.
So that you can buy it. Yeah.
I don't think that's what they're interested in. They're really just it's just about brand awareness. Like, oh, hey, do you know what I heard exists earlier? Milk. And people are like, what? Kilk? And they're like, no, not Kilk, you fucking idiot.
Wow.
Milk.
Wow.
And it goes to fisticuffs. Because who says
Just because-
Kilk? Nobody says Kilk.
I mean, but if they misheard you, that doesn't make them an idiot. That just means their hearing isn't.
No, they didn't mishear you. They said that on purpose. You know what they're
Oh.
like.
No, I don't. This is a hypothetical person.
You're a hypothetical person.
No, I'm.
You
I'm
know
real.
what? You know what, Craig? I just realized I've had enough of being nonsensical and not making any sense. Let's just talk like regular people, and maybe
I
that'll
love that idea.
Maybe that'll be more entertaining.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
You know what? I was listening to a podcast.
I enjoy podcasts.
I've started listening to one lately. The Scott Ackerman and Adam Scott podcast. You talking you two to me.
Oh yeah.
Are you aware of this podcast?
I mean, that's Scott Ackerman. He's got multiple podcasts, and that what's the name of the other guy?
Adam Scott.
I had never heard of him, but he's got multiple podcasts too. He's got one where he
Okay.
talks about a show called Severance, like
Yeah,
he's
but
an
you-
expert on that show or something.
Wait, so you never heard of him? You said, but you.
No, I've
sounds like
heard of
you
him.
know.
Of course, I've heard of him. Craig,
Okay.
I'm trying to have a sensical conversation with you instead of nonsensical. Please
Well, listen.
stop changing
This podcast is
Yes.
completely nonsensical. They're
This
off
one
topic.
is?
All the no, yes, this one is for sure. But theirs is. But it is about something. It's about U2, the band U2.
And ours is about lettuce. We talk about lettuce all the time. Tell me something about lettuce. Go ahead. What color is it?
Well, theirs is about something that people care about. But
What, you're saying that people don't care about eating delicious lettuce like a salad? Or let's say you want to get a lettuce wrapped other piece of lettuce. You take
Sure.
one piece of lettuce, you put it inside the other piece of lettuce. That's lettuce wrapped lettuce, folks. That's a little.
here's the
that's
thing.
a little recipe idea for you.
see, here's the thing. There turns out there's not a lot to say about lettuce. There's really you kind of said it all already.
We did.
It's not like we can go through all of Lettuce's albums throughout the past 4 decades.
Do you know what my favorite lettuce album is? The Joshua Tree. And then
Okay,
later,
sure.
later,
Yeah.
U2 copied it. They're like, Lettuce had a great hit with the Joshua Tree album, so we're gonna do one. And frankly, I don't like the U2 album, the Joshua Tree. I like the Lettuce album, the Joshua Tree.
I've never heard the Lettuce.
They recorded
album.
Lettuce recorded the entire thing live at Joshua Tree National Park. Is that a national park?
Yes,
I don't know if
Yeah,
it's national. I don't know if it is.
yeah. Well, it's. I mean, it isn't in the nation.
It is in
so-
a nation, and it's a park. So,
Yeah,
and you know what they have a lot of at Joshua Tree National Park?
they have a lot of Joshua trees.
Yes,
I
you've been
imagine.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've actually. I don't think I have been there. No.
Oh, okay. I've been there. Yeah, they got a. And once you get there, you're like, oh, it's just a bunch of these trees. Okay, and then it's a desert, and you're walking around in a desert looking at those trees. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's. Okay. Well, yeah. It turns out it is a national park. Yes, it's
Great.
national.
I was hoping it would be. Really,
You know
was
what?
hoping. Congratulations, everybody.
I did search lettuce before we started the podcast.
Great, let's hear it.
And AI, this is the first time it's done this that I've seen anyway, or paid attention to. It listed off types of lettuce. It listed off all of them, and then it listed off ones that are not technically lettuce. Which, that could be everything. That could actually be everything other than lettuce.
It could be, but I bet that they got a little more specific than that. Would you like to do the top 5 lettuces that aren't technically lettuce?
Sure.
Great.
Arugula.
Number 5.
Well, number 1. Arugula.
Number 4.
Number 2. Spinach.
Number 3.
Number 3. Kale.
Number 2.
Number 4. Radicchio.
Radicchio. Listen,
Radicchio, that's it.
pronounce
Yeah,
it correctly. Don't be radicchio. And finally, number 1.
5. Escarole.
See, here's the deal. If you want to do a countdown of the top 5, you don't start at 1 and then go up to 5. You start at 5 and you go down to 1 because it's more exciting.
I was sure, but I wasn't doing a countdown. I was just reading the list.
Yeah, but I made it exciting. See, you made it boring and I made it exciting. Which is basically, that's the title to this episode. You made it boring, I made it exciting. Isn't it?
Okay, I like that.
All right, I better make
But
a note of that.
I will believe I'm the one who made things exciting.
You know what?
I
I'm
think
not going to write it down.
The excitement you were trying to generate was unearned, Greg. It was just because there was no order to this. It was just a bunch of lettuce.
Hang on a second.
Like lettuce.
Normally, I write down the title so I don't forget it. This time, I'm just going to record it. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
You made it boring. I made it exciting. There. Now I don't have to waste time by writing it down.
You didn't feel like writing.
I didn't feel like writing it. I've recorded it, and now I'm going to be like, how come I didn't write down the name of this episode? I don't know what to call this now.
And then you're going to make up a new title.
And then like
forgot.
2 months later, I'll just be like, what's this audio recording on my phone?
Yeah, and then you'll listen to it and you'll be like, who's that
I'll
idiot?
be like, what the fuck does that mean? And then
Yeah.
I'll be like, stop cursing.
What, to yourself? You're going to say that?
Yeah, I really don't like when I curse. I find it offensive. Because it's like do you have no creativity? Can't you be more creative and come up with other words? You
Sure.
fucker.
Oh my God.
And then I get excited and upset again, and excited. I get excitedly upset.
Wait, you get why you get excited?
Okay, I made a conversation mistake, and I'd like to apologize. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to say excited. I meant to say upset, and I don't know why the word excited came out, and now I'm really somnambulant about it. Shit, I just made another one, and I'd like to apologize for that. And also for the cursing, I said the S word.
Mm-hmm.
And we do not allow the S word in this house.
Which word?
Well, you're trying to trick me, aren't you? I'm not going to say it again. You're trying to trick me.
Which word?
Hey, listen, I have some bad news.
Uh-oh.
I have auditioned for the television show SWAT 3 times. And one time I was pinned, which means it was between me and like another guy or two, and then I didn't get it. But the casting director obviously likes me for the show. They've had me in 3 times now, and I've done good auditions. I just found out the show is canceled.
Oh!
After 8 seasons, I'm not going to be on SWAT. I'm not going to have another chance.
That was your dream.
I mean, it really was my. I've done all these other shows. I've booked a dozen shows in the past two and a half years.
Wow.
A dozen shows.
Wow.
Yeah, my
That's pretty
Matlock
good.
just aired last week. And I got
that's the
several
amount,
more coming up.
That is often the amount of eggs I buy at once.
Oh my God, I also do. Sometimes I'll buy 2 dozen, but not lately because now they have a 1 dozen limit at Trader Joe's.
Oh, sometimes I'll buy 18 in one.
Oh man, 18 dozen is too many eggs.
No,
18
that's
dozen
not-
is way too many eggs. I don't know how you
That's
eat that
not-
many eggs before they get old and go bad.
That's not what I mean. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's too many eggs. Can we both agree that 18 dozen eggs are too many eggs?
I mean, all at once, yes.
Yeah. I mean, but over the course of your lifetime, I'm sure you eat way more than that.
Depends. If we're talking about like what they use to make vaccines, that's not enough. That's not enough eggs.
Hey, listen, speaking of eggs, and I know that this is not 2 guys talking about eggs, but let's mix it up a little bit. Let's throw a wrench into this monkey. So, let's say like a monkey wrench. Let's throw a wrench into this monkey. So listen to this.
Sure.
Normally, I'll eat an egg or 2 I'll scramble it, fry it up, whatever.
Oh,
today,
relatable. This is relatable.
Yeah, I know. Listen how relatable.
Yeah.
To this morning. So since there's an egg shortage, try to limit it to 1 egg in the morning, not 2. So this morning, I get an egg, fry it up, then a little flour tortilla, put some cheese on it, put it in the microwave, melt the cheese onto the tortilla. Tortilla warms up, put the egg on top of the tortilla, eat the whole fucking thing together, and that's what I call an Armenian breakfast sandwich.
Okay. That's what happened? Did anything happen? You just ate breakfast?
No, I made breakfast and I ate it.
Okay. You also just swore. You also said the F word.
When did I say that?
While you were talking about making
I did? I didn't even realize I did.
Yeah, you did.
Dang it. Dang it all to heck.
That's better. See? Now that's what I'm talking about.
That's more creative because most people
Yeah.
don't say dang it all to heck. Gee whiz. Gee willikers. People don't say that
Yeah.
anymore either.
Yeah, what the fuck is a williker?
what else do people not say besides gee willikers? What are other outdated golly gee. What else do people say?
Geely Cly. That
There's
was
a
in
lot of-
Music Man.
A lot of these with the letter G I've noticed. Gosh, gee whiz, gee willikers.
There's a character on the Music Man the movie because I was in the Music Man the
You
the
were?
stage on the stage. Yes.
Was
I
there
played
trouble
Winthrop.
right there in River City?
There was.
Oh, no.
I played Winthrop though. I was in like 4th grade. I
Okay.
played the little kid.
Okay.
But there's a character that said something different during the stage play, the stage musical, and the movie. In the musical, he said Geely Cly,
Geely Cly?
and in the movie, he said Great Honk.
Well, neither of those make any sense.
I've never heard anyone else say either of those things in anything.
Well, Geely Cly, me neither. I mean, that's a
Okay,
real
sure.
great honk, let me tell you. I'm going to start using that from now on. When someone like honks at me, if someone ever honks at me, I'll slow down, I'll pull up next to them, I'm like, hey, buddy, great honk. That's a really cool honk.
Okay, do you get honked at a lot?
Sometimes, yeah.
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 You know,
I'm a
in
terrible
India,
driver.
they honk constantly, and it's
In-
not
in
not
Indiana?
to be no in India.
In India, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's...
they honk. That's what. Are you trying to misunderstand me now, Greg? Are you trying to
No,
misunderstand me?
I totally... You're
Okay.
talking about the state that's just south of Michigan. India. Yes, I know. I'm not going to
yeah,
misunderstand you.
Nope, India. They honk all the time, but it's not rude. They're not being rude. They're just constantly saying, "Oh, I'm over here. I'm over here. Oh, look, don't hit me. I'm over here. I'm over here."
Well, I
It's
guess
just
they need
constant.
to do that because driving is crazy over there.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Cars are just everywhere, all over the streets.
Yeah. It was one of the most terrifying things in my life was being on the road in India.
Boy, try crossing a street. That's horrifying. Crossing a street in India with all those cars going all crazy.
Yep.
That's
have you,
nutbags.
Have you been to India?
No, not
Have you
interested.
been to
No.
India?
Although I did just read an article yesterday because I love Rick Steves. I used to travel a lot using Rick Steves travel books. Now you don't really need them anymore because you have the internet. But Rick Steves, great travel books and really just like a fascinating person travels the world. And he was asked, "Where is your favorite place in the world? Where's your favorite destination?" And he said, "India." And India is always a place where I said, you know what? As interested as I am to see India, I don't ever want to go because I don't want to get, I don't know what they have there, diphtheria. What does everybody get like totally sick with? They get
I don't
conch
remember.
disease. Is that what it is?
I did
They
have
get
to.
conch?
I did have to get vaccines before I went,
Yeah.
and
I bet
It was fine.
anti-vax people don't even
Oof.
want to go to India. If they have
No.
to get shots before they go, I bet they're not. They're like,
bet-
well, I'm not going to India then.
I bet anti-vax people probably don't leave their house very much. I
Probably
assume.
not. Yeah, they're not very worldly, I would think, in general.
Yeah, but
And it's probably good because they don't want to like spread measles all over the place. Just stay in your house with your own measles.
yeah, keep the measles at home. I always say.
By the way, good job, anti-vaxxers, bringing back measles. We got rid of them in the year 2000. Now they're back thanks to you guys. Good job.
Good
yeah.
job. Yay.
Let's get polio back next. Come on, polio.
Anyway,
You dumb fucks. Vaccinate your kids, you stupid
I did.
shits.
I did, and they tell you not to. They tell you not to drink the tap water.
Yeah, no, you don't wanna do that.
and don't buy water from like the street. Don't buy bottled water from the street because they just probably are filling it with tap water.
Well, that's not good at all. You don't want to do that.
And I did all the things, and I did get sick, but it wasn't because of that. It's because I probably had cashews, so I got sick.
And why did you get sick from cashews?
I'm allergic to tree nuts.
Oh, well, you shouldn't do that. Then don't eat cashews next time.
That's why India is dangerous for me, because it's in. Like, I just can't have sauce there.
There's a lot of nuts in the sauce there, and you know what? That's what makes
Yeah.
the sauce is so thick and delicious.
I know, and it was the best Indian food I'd ever had. Believe it or not.
Wait. You're telling me that India had the best Indian
Yeah.
food you've ever had? People
Yeah.
don't say that about China. That's for sure.
They don't.
Americans are used to Americanized Chinese food, and then when they go
Yeah.
over to China, they're like, "How am I supposed to eat these little feet bones? Like, what am I supposed to gnaw on feet bones? And what is this, brain fat? What am I supposed to do with this?" Actual Chinese food in China is confusing to Americans.
Have you been to China?
No,
Me neither.
but I'm going to Korea this summer. Going to South Korea.
Have you been there before? You've been there before, haven't
Never been there before.
you? Never been there.
My wife has been there before. My wife has been there before,
Yeah.
but not since she was about a year old.
Because
She was born there. She spent a
has
whole
fond
year there.
memories.
You'd
Yeah.
think if she spent like a whole maybe
Yeah.
year and like 3 months there, you'd think after spending all that time there, she'd have a lot of great memories. She'd know the language. No, it's like she did nothing. That whole year and a quarter, my wife did nothing.
She didn't keep a journal. She didn't take any
There's
pictures.
no journal. She didn't take pictures. You
What's
know,
the matter with
there
her?
are a couple pictures
What's the
of
matter
her,
with her?
but none that she took of anybody else. She didn't write any creative.
Selfish.
Yeah, I mean, just really, I feel like that whole time she was there, oh, it's all about me. Oh, feed me. Oh, bathe me.
I did a poo.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
know, selfish. But anyway, she's going to go back, and hopefully this time she won't be as selfish.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll find
that's
out.
exactly how she sounds when I visit you guys.
It's going to be fun. It's really going to be fun.
I've never been to South Korea. I'd love to go to South Korea. No, you know where I wouldn't love to go so much is North Korea. I don't think I'd love to go there.
Well, I tell you what, since I'm already going to South Korea, and it's going to be like right after you guys come visit this summer. So, so when I go, I'll go to South Korea. You go to North Korea at the same time, and then we'll just compare our trips. Let me know how it was. If I ever see you again.
Okay, sure. How do I get in? How do I get in there?
I'm sure that you'll find some tour groups or whatever. They want people to go there because not many people bring tourism there, but I'm sure they want you to go. Just make sure, bring me some cool stuff like political posters and advertisements and things.
Okay.
Bring me pictures of great leader. Framed pictures you'll find on a wall. Apparently they're everywhere. Bring that stuff back with you. I want to see that stuff.
Okay. I'll be sure to take a lot of pictures and ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, and just tear down some propaganda posters. I want some of those on my wall. I want to see what some of that stuff's like.
Okay.
That's great.
Great. This is a good plan. It's good to see the world.
And you know what they can't get there? What you'd probably make a lot of money if you bring some in. Marijuana. If you bring in a bunch of pot and sell it to the people there, oh my God, you could make so much money on your trip. These are just some ideas for your North Korea trip, and I hope that you appreciate the creativity.
Yeah, it's pretty creative. Yeah, I like it. Thank you. I will do that. I'm glad we have a plan. I'm glad we made a plan.
We do.
We should do a travel podcast.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. This summer, let's you and me do a travel podcast. We'll be together in, let's just pick a city, Los Angeles. So we'll go to Los Angeles together, and
You're already there.
We can do I know, but you're not here, so we'll be here like together, and we'll do like a whole travel podcast together.
So, are you technically in Los Angeles, or are you just in Los Angeles County?
I'm technically in Los Angeles. The city of Los Angeles includes a lot of. See, I messed up again. I said involves. I meant to say includes.
I mean, either one works, though.
Not really. It includes a lot of little separate neighborhoods. That's really all LA is, just a collection of neighborhoods.
But where does it end?
Doesn't.
Pasadena is not LA, right?
It does not end.
Oh my God! So am I in Los Angeles?
Technically, yeah. It just keeps
Okay.
going.
Oh, wow. That's why it's the second most populated.
No, the reason why we have an ocean on one side and a desert on the other side is so people know when Los Angeles ends. It ends at the ocean and it ends at the desert.
But I don't think that's technically true.
It is true. Once you go out,
Okay.
if you're driving, you get to the desert, you're like, oh, there's no more restaurants. Bam, you're not in LA anymore.
Oh, so
You're in the
once you
desert.
pass the last restaurant.
Yeah, you pass the last restaurant, you're like, oh, guess we're not in LA anymore.
But what if, like, 30 miles down the road, there's like an In-N-Out or,
No, too late.
or something?
Too late. You've already you can't. And once you drive through the desert to get to In-N-Out, no, now you're just in the desert In-N-Out.
Well, can I still go to the desert In-N-Out?
No.
Or- I can't go to it?
Nope.
Why?
Yeah, off limits.
Well, who goes there then?
Just Californians. You're not a Californian. You live in what? Where do you live? Chicago? You're not. You're a Chicagoan.
No, I live in Madison.
And I'm sorry, Illinoisan. However you want to
No,
pronounce it.
I'm in Wisconsin.
Illinoisite? What do they say? Illinoisites?
I think they say Illinoisan, but I'm in
Illinoisan.
Wisconsin. I'm
No,
I'm a
everybody.
Wisconsinite.
You are synonymous with Chicago. Everybody knows that you are a Chicago guy.
I
You
mean,
made so many videos about living in Chicago.
it's where I lived the longest in my adult life. So yes,
So far.
so far. Well, let's see. I've been here. How long have I been? 6 years now, almost five,
Yeah.
and some
how many
change.
years were you in
And then-
Chicago?
12. But I was here also for 5 years for college. I was here for 4 years for college, and then an extra year when I was out of college.
So another year or two, and you have set a record. Then you will have lived in Wisconsin longer than anywhere else.
Well, I mean, in my adult life, if we're talking with childhood, like I lived in Wisconsin for 18 years until I moved.
Oh no, that counts. No, that counts. Wisconsin. Then Wisconsin's already won.
I've been. Yes, way number one.
You know,
Wisconsin.
all
I
of
need
your
to get out of here, man.
All of your
I need
life
to get out of
counts.
here.
Do you know I was born in Dallas, Texas?
Yes, but I was talking about my adult life.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was talking about my
Yeah,
adult
go ahead. Make
life.
a point. Go ahead.
Greg, I was talking about my adult life.
Bring it all home.
Wow, you seem offended that
Let's
I
hear it.
interrupted you.
Let's hear it.
Greg,
Go
this is
ahead.
a podcast.
No, it's fine. No, I want you to talk. Go ahead. Bring it
Yeah,
home.
okay.
Make a
but
point
you
here.
you keep saying that. So yeah, you grew up in Dallas. Big deal.
I know. I know. It's not a big deal. It's really not. Nothing to be proud of.
Isn't it? Dallas is
Eh.
a fine city.
They had a really good burger place there. Anybody who's lived in Dallas for many, many years might remember a little place that was hidden in an alleyway with no sign called Rose's Hamburgers. Does anybody in Dallas remember Rose's Hamburgers? There was an old lady named Rose, and literally in a painted red shack in an alley with no sign, you'd go and you'd park in the alley. Someone would have to take you there for the first time because you'd never find it on your own. It doesn't really exist, but it's an old lady who lived in another shack across the alley, and every morning she'd walk across the alley into this other little shack with low ceilings, and she would make the best burger you've ever had in your entire life. Such a great freaking burger. And she was just a little old lady with a hunchback, and she'd be hunched over, and she'd be just grilling up as she'd call it, fresh killed beef. I always asked her, like, what's the secret? Why are your burgers so good? Every day I get fresh killed beef. She'd have fresh killed beef delivered from the Fort Worth stockyards.
Wow.
Anyway, so she'd be hunched over and she'd make her burgers, and I'd watch her, and she had this big pitcher of something. I don't know if it was beer. I don't know what the hell it was, but she would pour it on the burgers as she was making the burgers. If anybody has any idea what she was pouring on those burgers on the old cast iron grill. So first
Greg,
of all,
I don't think anyone's going to know.
you got the seasoned cast iron grill. You got fresh killed beef. You got some sort of magic sauce that she's pouring on it, which might be beer, might be something else. I don't
Might be
know.
cocaine. Yeah.
Might have been cocaine. I don't know what the fuck it was. I
Yeah.
can do without the cursing.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it was
You're talking
so
to yourself.
delicious. And also, she did not make French fries. You had to pull bags of chips off the wall. There were no French fries there. This is an
Sure. Oh my
old-fashioned
God.
place.
Okay.
And then you'd go over to the refrigerator and you would pull out a little Tupperware dish because she will have made jalapenos stuffed with cream cheese. That's a little side thing you eat on the side.
Oh my God.
And then you'd let her know, like, oh yeah, I had 6 little jalapenos stuffed with cream cheese, and she'd charge you like 15
6 of
cents
them?
a pop.
That seems like a lot.
I'd usually have about half a dozen of them.
Wow.
They were so
Okay.
good. Oh my God, they were so good. And
Yeah.
her burgers, unbelievable. The chips were just chips. And the
Sure.
sodas were just sodas, they're just regular.
Chips and soda were disappointing. Okay.
Yeah, they were fine. But then you'd go up to her and you'd let her know everything that you ate, and she would write it down on a piece of paper, and she'd add it up, and she'd say, "That'll be $17.50, Craig." She always called me Craig.
And
she
it was
thought-
always $17.50.
Just something like that. It was very expensive.
That seems that was a while ago.
It was a long time. I mean, she died like 10 years ago now.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
She died,
Well-
and I always hoped that somebody would take over for her, because she used to have another little old lady who would help her sometimes. And then there was also a younger man who was a middle-aged man who would sometimes help her out. But sometimes it'd just be her, all hunched over the grill. God, I love that lady.
They didn't step up. They didn't keep it going.
They didn't keep it going. No, that place closed. I mean, look, I'm sure that there was nothing that was safe or approved about it. You know, it
Probably wasn't making a lot of money either.
No, I think she did just fine on money.
Well,
I think she
maybe her alone, but they probably didn't want to have to work there every day. You know.
Could be. But I mean,
Yeah.
that place was magical. When it originally opened, it was called the Blue Bonnet Sandwich Shop, and she opened it with her husband back in like the 1940s. And then after her
Oh.
husband died, she took all the signage down, and then it just became sort of a semi-private burger place. And honestly, the coolest freaking place ever.
That sounds amazing. And you before you were saying, "Oh man, Dallas is shit. I hate Dallas." You were saying.
I never said I hated
And-
Dallas. It's just like
Yeah.
Dallas is nothing. You know, Dallas is just a big business-oriented, money-grubbing town.
I mean, it was a great setting for the movie RoboCop. I will tell you. It
And
was,
also, I don't know if there was a TV show named after it. I don't know if you ever saw it. I believe it was called Texas. And it had JR, remember?
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Oh, who stabbed JR?" There's a whole thing about when who stabbed JR was a big thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Turns
You're
out it
getting
was
some of
his
the
daughter.
details a little wrong here, but
By
I've
the
been
way,
to Dallas many times, and I think it's a pretty good city. I would say I would put it in the upper half of quality cities.
you know what?
You know?
It's fine. Dallas is fine.
Yeah.
I grew up there. I lived there for 18 years before I went off to college, and 4 years in Austin, and then I've been out here longer than all that. I've been out here in Los Angeles, California since 1991, and I still don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, you'd think you'd know how to pronounce it. It
I
would
still have no idea. I think it's Los Angeles.
Why can't you figure that? It's been a long time. I think you would have known.
Speaking of it's been a long time, we have brushed way past the time when we normally do the Patreon-only bonus section,
I was gonna
which
bring that
should have
up.
started 8 minutes ago.
Wow.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the Patreon only bonus section.
Wow, Craig stopped it this time. That's so exciting. Do you guys
Yeah.
feel like it was a special treat?
I do. I never get to do that.
Yeah,
Because
no, you did it, and
because-
also your timing was excellent. I mean, we
I
did
know,
a
but-
good solid 3 minutes there.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't do it that often because I know you would get angry if I did it at the wrong time. You
Well,
would get,
I know, and
you
I
made
would,
me
I would
mad.
get. And that's the end of the Patreon only
Oh,
bonus
my
section.
God.
That was really good. Hope you guys
Oh, my
enjoyed
God.
that. Woo! That was great.
No.
What?
No.
What happened?
No. I ended the Patreon only bonus section.
How do you
earlier.
know? I don't think you're in charge of it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens when we upload this, won't we?
All right. Okay. You win this one, fella. You win this
Oh.
one. Listen, it's only fair. If I've won all the other ones, you can win this one.
Okay, I win a lot. Actually.
Hey, my mom is coming in town today.
Oh.
My mom used to
that's
visit once or twice a year, but ever since like COVID, she's been here once since COVID. So I have not Well, I mean, we go up and visit her in
Mm-hmm.
Northern California, but she has not been here to visit in 2.5 years. Isn't that kind of weird?
The weather's nicer down there.
Well, that's true. The weather is nicer. We have nice warm weather. It's a little bit rainy today, but then it's supposed to be nice. So it's weird. Isn't it weird? It's been a long time since she's been here.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know your mom.
Maybe she's just over me. Maybe she's just like, ugh, I've had enough.
Greg.
Enough already.
I'm sensing insecurity, Greg. I think. Is everything okay, Greg?
Yeah. Everything's okay,
Yeah.
Craig.
Okay, good. Okay, the insecurity is gone now.
Yeah.
It's completely gone.
It really is.
Actors. Ugh.
I want to address camera for a second and just say hello. I never really say just a direct hello to our YouTube viewers. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. You guys are the best people. And now, in turn, I'm sure you will leave a comment saying that of the two of us, I am the best person
No,
on the podcast.
you
My
don't.
name
You
is
don't look
Greg
like you're
with a
looking at
G.
the camera.
I
You
am.
don't,
I'm looking. What, are you making fun of the fact that I have like that my eyes are a little weird? I'm looking right at the
No.
camera right now.
No, you're not. You're looking off to the. From my perspective, off to the left.
No, I'm looking right at the camera. The camera's right there.
Okay, now a little better.
I'm looking right at it.
You still look like you're kind of looking off to the left.
Well,
Look to the right.
what
Look
do you
slightly
know?
to the right of the camera, or no. I guess your left. Look slightly to the left.
Like
That's
that?
That's far too much. No. Do I look like I'm looking at the camera right now? Do I look like I'm looking at the camera?
Where did you go?
You feel that? You feel the eyes piercing your soul when I look at the camera, YouTube viewer? You feel that?
Craig?
That's looking at the camera, unless it
Craig?
doesn't appear that I'm looking at the camera. What? What?
Where'd you go?
What?
Where'd you go, buddy?
I should have never told him to look in any other direction. Oh no. Oh no.
Shit.
Now he's gone. Now he's lost. Now he's.
There
Guys, I'm
you
sorry.
are.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God! I was looking all over for you. Where you been, man?
I'm right here.
Jesus.
Greg, we need to get to the bottom of this camera
Yeah,
issue. I don't know why when you look at the lens of the camera.
Well,
see,
I'll tell you why.
yeah.
It's because my eyes are fucked up. I have double vision, and my eyes don't track like normal.
I don't think that's it. I think it's
No, it actually is it.
because I've seen you look at me before, and it looks like you're looking at me.
Look,
So-
this is the camera right there. I'm looking directly at the camera.
okay.
See? This is not good content for people who are just listening. They're like, God, can we get past the camera part?
I think this is just fine. I think
It
they enjoy.
is? You
They
guys are
enjoy-
enjoying this?
Yeah, I think they're enjoying.
Can we
it.
at least talk about something that everybody loves, like vacuum cleaners? Like, aren't
Okay.
vacuum cleaners great?
They're kind of amazing. They suck. You know.
I see what you did.
Well, they suck things. They suck
Yeah.
dirt.
Yeah.
and,
We get it.
It sounds like you don't like vacuums.
No, it's fine. No, your joke was great.
Okay, jeez. Wow. Greg, you're a
yes.
difficult person. You're a difficult person.
Do you know, the truth is, actually, I'm really not. I'm really an easy person. But it's just
Yeah.
that I love to give you exciting and fun challenges. And sometimes when you have a
Yeah.
conversation with someone, it's just too easy. So I like to
Yeah.
give you an exciting and a fun challenge.
Which sounds difficult, doesn't it?
Not so much. No.
Oh,
I
well,
think,
not-
I think it's something that everybody can enjoy. Have you ever done one of those DNA testing services? You ever tested your DNA?
No, I have not. I don't even know if I have any, honestly.
Oh,
I
well,
don't-
no, I bet you do. Most people do.
Okay.
I like 95% of the people in the world have DNA.
Oh, okay.
And they also have RNA, which is like DNA, but the first letter is different. They just change out the first letter, make it a different letter,
Sure.
probably R.
Sure.
But I did one of those services, and I found out, because I want to check my ancestry. You know, sometimes you want to check your ancestry, right?
Got to know.
So I found out, and this is a surprise, I am descended from wombats.
You specifically?
Yeah.
Like not everyone?
Nope. Just me. Because Kim
you're-
tried it. She's just Korean. I
Okay.
am 80% wombat.
That doesn't make any sense.
If you knew me a little better,
Seems
I
like-
think that.
I think I know you pretty well.
Craig,
but I
this
guess
is
I don't
not-
know wombats very well.
I guess that's the problem. You probably are not that familiar
Yeah.
with wombats.
Yeah.
But remember, I said that I stopped earlier being nonsensical, so I'm just trying to tell you a true thing that makes perfect sense here.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I am 80% wombat.
So one of your
I don't want you to
ancestors
dispute me.
and one of your ancestors, and I guess one not that long ago, because 80% is pretty high.
Yeah. I think a lot of my
had
ancestors.
sex with a wombat.
Yeah, they
and
mated with a wombat.
Either the wombat got pregnant or the person did. Probably the person.
I'm mostly wombat.
That doesn't. No, that's not possible.
It is, though. You think it's not possible? Guess what? Totally possible.
No.
Guys, I want you to know that this Friday, I asked Craig, that's tomorrow, I asked Craig to be my guest on Bad Movies Live, which, by the way, is on twitch.tv.
Let me stop you right there, Greg.
Films.
Let me stop you
and Craig
right
said, no,
there.
I can't. He said, no, I can't.
What
I'm
is with
busy.
this public shaming of me being not able to do a thing you want me to do?
It's not shaming. I'm just telling the truth. Don't you want for me to tell the truth on the podcast?
Here's what I think happened, Greg. Here's what I think happened.
What happened?
You were looking at your computer. The calendar was up on the screen. And you were like, oh, that's right. I have to do this tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Craig said he can't. And then you were reminded of it, and you needed something to say, so you just started public shaming me.
Do you see any calendar? Do you see any calendar on that screen? You see any calendar?
No, but who knows? You could have changed it. Who knows?
There is no calendar. There is no calendar.
Well, regardless, there's no need to publicly shame. I'm busy. I have a friend whose birthday is happening, and I'm going to visit them.
Oh, nice. Is it me?
No, it's not you.
Okay, because as I say, you're a little late on my birthday. You're like 2 months late.
Yeah.
And by the way, why didn't you send me a birthday present this year?
Well, you don't send me birthday presents.
Well, okay, look, don't be like a child.
When's my
like,
birthday?
Oh, yeah,
Greg?
well, you didn't. Bip.
When is my birthday?
When is Craig Benzine's birthday?
No, see, that's not.
Unlock your iPhone first.
Well, all right, I'm unlocking it. God damn.
No, that's not.
When is Craig Benzine's birthday?
No.
October 5. It's October
Wow.
5. Yeah.
Wow, you're correct. Wow, I'm so glad you remembered.
I sense sarcasm. Yeah, I feel like your tone is a little sarcastic.
Yeah, that was sarcasm. That was absolutely sarcasm. I was making it intentional.
Don't deny it.
Absol-
You were being sarcastic with me. Why don't you just admit it?
I was being sarcastic with you. Yeah, I was.
Well, let's agree to disagree.
Okay. Wait. What are we? Okay. Sometimes people just want to fight and they just want to disagree. You know, it
I
sounds
feel like
that's
sometimes people go to bars because they want to fight in the bar, like physically fight other people.
Have you been in a lot of bar fights?
No, because I don't go to bars. You know why? I don't
Okay.
want to get in fights.
I've been to many bars in my day, and I rarely see a fight. I can't even remember a
But you've
fight.
probably seen some fights.
Yeah, maybe one or two.
I just
But
don't want
usually it ends very quickly, and the person is kicked out, and it's fine.
I just don't want to get in fights with people.
I understand. But
People get all drunk and belligerent. You know, you rarely see people who are sober and belligerent.
It's pretty rare.
Yeah,
Although,
especially in a bar.
on video on Twitter, I see a lot of belligerent people that I don't think are drunk.
I mean, do you remember at the beginning when we had like YouTube and even video like on MySpace, and you're like, oh, isn't it cool? We can watch video on the internet. And now it's just a time suck that makes you watch like women freaking out, like white ladies freaking out at black people for being in their neighborhood, and people stealing stuff from stores, and people doing things that they call pranks, but it's really just being a dick to somebody else.
Or just being mad at a food establishment and like demanding the manager and getting just getting belligerent.
And people driving shitty, and they're like, you're like, oh my god, it makes you, it just gives you like this horrible feeling, like, oh, the world is awful and just filled with awful people and things.
Well, at first it was just fun because people showed the fun things, but then the more everyone got cameras, now we show the everything, and then the things that go to the top are the most shocking things.
Yeah, people do tend to click on the shocking things.
Yeah, these are things that have always happened. We just get to see it all now.
Yeah, I kind of preferred like growing up in the 70s and just being uninformed. Like, most of the stuff going on in the world you didn't know about. Injustices in your own town. You're like, it's all the way across the city. You're not going to find out about that shit.
And it's more than just injustices. It's what people actually think. You see, we know so much more about what the rest of our country thinks. And
frankly, it's not helpful to any of us. It is
I don't want to know.
It is not helpful. It's better, like, if there are going to be Nazis and horrible people that are in the country, which there are, isn't it just better not to know about them and just have them just fester in their basements in Kansas or wherever the fuck they are? And I'm really cursy today.
Yeah, you are. Jeez.
I must be angry.
You're going on a diatribe right now.
I thought you were going to say tirade, but instead you chose diatribe. Both excellent choices, by the way.
Which what's the difference?
Well, a tirade
a tirade can be physical, can it?
A tirade?
Yeah.
A tirade can be physical?
Yeah, isn't that like going on you could like, no, I guess not. It's not, is it? I'm looking it up. A long, angry speech of criticism or no, I lost it.
I feel like tirade and diatribe are probably interchangeable,
Diatribe often implies a more bitter and sharply abusive denunciation than tirade. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
So a tirade, maybe you're angry about something, but a diatribe, maybe you're really negative about something. Hey, look at that. We've discovered the difference right now. We've all learned something.
According to AI, anyways. I don't
folks, now that we've learned something, I feel like we can all relax and we can be confident in saying, that's the end of this episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. We've all learned something. It's been very productive, and we've had a good time in the process. My name is Chadwick Rasmussen.
What? That's the third time you've said Chadwick Rasmussen.
Because that's my name, dude.
No, because we've done over 100 of these, and that was only 3 times that you said that.
That is my name. That's my name.
You usually start by saying Greg Benson.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I may have started that way, but now I've ended as Chadwick Rasmussen. It's my name. Don't wear it out, as they say.
Okay, so just don't say it a lot.
Well, no, you can say it. Just don't wear it out. Just don't. However you do that, don't.
Chadwick Rasmussen.
Look, we're done. We need to stop recording now.
Okay. My name's Craig Benzine, and I'm